star and stone, by the power of the land, within and without, by all that is fair and free. Croeso. Welcome to the Grove of Wight, right in celebration of Alban Eiler, the spring equinox, with Wight Druids and Wake the Wight. Together we stand in spirit, with the earth beneath us, with the sky above us, with the sea all around us. Blessed be. At your personal altar, or wherever you are able to find some space, join with us now to celebrate the arrival of spring at Alban Eiler. So now, with each of us fully present in the moment, we move into the rite and celebration of Alban Eiler. Winter sometimes seems to go on so long we could be forgiven for wondering whether spring will ever return. But the goddess is merely sleeping through the darkness of winter, and while she stirs at milk at the beginning of February, she is truly awake by the time of the spring equinox. Alban Eiler means light of the earth. This festival at the spring equinox marks the point in the year when day and night are the same length. Light and dark are in balance, and light is now poised to start gaining again. The earth awakens, new life emerges, sap rises, birds shoot, and spring flowers are celebrated as gifts from nature. Spring returns and rejuvenates our own life force. As I salute to the east, Hedwch yma, is there peace here? Oes Hedwch? Yes, there is peace here. Lord and Lady, we ask for your blessings on this our rite and celebration of Alban Eiler, within the grove of Wight. Spirit of this circle, spirits of this place, we ask for your blessings, guidance and inspiration in all that we do here, and as above, so below, as within, so without. And now we offer the Druid prayer for peace, for without peace, no work can be done. Deep within the still centre of my being, may I find peace. Silently within the quiet of the grove, may I share peace. Gently within the greater circle of humankind, may I radiate peace. May there be peace in the north. May there be peace in the south. May there be peace in the west. May there be peace in the east. May there be peace throughout the whole world. And now we offer the Druid vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. And now the Gorseth prayer, which is also known as the Druid's prayer. Grant, O Goddess, thy protection, and in protection strength, and in strength understanding, and in understanding knowledge, and in knowledge the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice the love of it, and in the love of it the love of all existences, and in the love of all existences the love of the goddess and all goodness. At this point we offer the Arwen chant. The word Arwen in the Welsh language means inspiration or essence. In modern Druidry, the Arwen represents the breath of the divine. This breath of the divine is the life essence of the natural world. The breath flows constantly around and through us, and is the source of spiritual strength and illumination, prophetic insight, and poetic inspiration. In chanting the Arwen, we seek to connect to the breath of the divine, to achieve balance with it, and to replenish our energy system. Symbolized by 3 straight lines that spread apart as they move downward, the 3 strokes in the Arwen symbol represent 3 shafts of light from the sun, which stand for earth, sea and air, body, mind and spirit, love, wisdom and truth. 3 separate parts that the Arwen brings into perfect balance. We chant the Arwen 3 times, and the word is chanted as 3 syllables. A-U-N. Please feel free to sing the Arwen in your own time, or join with me. Awen, Awen, Awen. Arwen, power of inspiration, attend to us. Voice of the fire of wisdom, voice of the well of inspiration, come into our hearts. Make us aware of every good or ill. A bridge to guide our right in the way of truth. We ask you to make our hearts clear within us. Arwen, power of inspiration, in this sacred place. Arwen, power of inspiration, at this sacred time. Now at this point we cast our circle with the stang, or staff, clockwise from the northeast. Let all disturbing thoughts be set aside. The circle of our horizon, of our lives and lands, of time and of the year, of seasons and of goodness, of birth and of growing, of dying and of rebirth. Then facing the centre, and so the circle of love and protection a guest. This is sacred time. This is sacred space. Let us all be fully present, here and now. And so we call the quarters. East, with the blessing of the hawk of dawn soaring in the clear, pure sky, we call upon the spirits of the east and of Dale. Hail and welcome. South, with the blessing of the great stag in the heat of the chase and the inner fire of the sun, we call upon the spirits of the south and of fire. Hail and welcome. West, with the blessing of the salmon of wisdom, who dwells within the sacred waters of the pool, we call upon the spirits of the west and of water. Hail and welcome. Now in the centre, feel the energy of the earth flowing up into you. Feel the energy of the sky flowing down into you. Feel truly centered in the space between. May the harmony of the lands be complete. And so on to the right of Alban Eiler. Within this circle and in the apparent world we declare the opening of this ceremony of Alban Eiler. Our early ancestors were deeply aware of changes in the seasons and changes in the heavens above them. Indeed, our ancestors ignored such changes at their peril. As the days lengthened and grew warmer, the ancients were aware of a coming time of balance between dark and light. Our early ancestors would be busy now, making final repairs to their ploughs, preparing their draft animals to pull the ploughs, checking their store of seed corn to plant. Their survival in the next year would depend much upon the corn seeds they were about to plant. Thus, rituals which marked spring planting time celebrated the fertility of the earth, the viability of the seed, and entreated the gods and goddesses to ensure an abundant crop. They celebrated these rite of spring rituals with an uproarious festival called by some Ostara, commemorating the goddess of rebirth and fertility, Eostra, and seeking her blessing upon the fields and crops. We proclaim the symmetry of day and night. We proclaim the equipoise of summer and winter. We proclaim the time of natural balance. Spring has come. For this we are thankful. The divine is present all around, in the cool fall of the rain, in the tiny buds of a flower, in the down of a newborn chick, in the fertile fields waiting to be planted, in the sky above us and in the earth below us. We thank the goddess for all her gifts and are so blessed to be alive on this day. Welcome life, welcome light, welcome spring. As the light and dark halves of the year become equal, we give thanks for the lessons and blessings of the dark, and welcome the changing tide brought by the light. Feel the pulse of the land and let your heart beat in time. Spell the newness upon the air and let your spirit soar. Now is the time to find your balance as the energies about you shift. We honour the breeze that carries the sweet scent of spring, bringing inspiration to our hearts. We honour the strong winds that clear the dead wood from the forest and the cobwebs from our minds. We honour the sun whose growth renews vigour and vitality throughout the land and within ourselves. We honour the growing, sparkling light that shines to reveal all, from the beauty around us to our deepest inner fears. We honour the glistening dew, the soft kiss upon the grass, the jewels upon the spider's web. We honour the torrent downpour of the spring rains that quench the land's thirst. We honour the fertile earth, the beating pulse of the uncoiled spring, which signals the growing tide. And now, as we sow our seeds in the earth, we sow in our hearts the symbolic seeds of all we would ultimately wish to reap at this year's harvest time. Fill a pot with earth. This earth will support me. Place 4 seeds in the soil. This seed will inspire me. Sprinkle ash on the soil. This ash will nourish me. Pour some water on it. This water will bless me. We plant 4 seeds here. 1 for the blackbird, 1 for the crow, 1 for the dame, and 1 to grow. That old planting charm reminds us to always be mindful of and to respect the way the natural world actually works. There are creatures out there who need to eat our seeds to live, as much as we need some of those seeds to grow to sustain us. So facing the tray to center, raise the pot to the sky. May the shining sun be a father to me. May the glowing moon be a mother to me. May the lights of the skies guide me on my journey. The earth nourish me as I grow towards my fulfillment. So may it be. We have sown the seeds, we have planted. From here forward we must gently nurture and tend our seeds, as we tend all of our dearest aspirations, to reap to the fullest at harvest time. Goddess of fertility and new beginnings, we take this opportunity to embrace Eostra's passion for new life, and let our own lives take the new direction we have wanted for so long. And now let us celebrate this festival in a time-honored way by sharing between us and our ancestors, a little bread and mead. The latter is of course the Druid fluid, our traditional gift from the last harvest in promise of the next. We thank the Mother Goddess and the fruitful earth for all your gifts that have seen us through the bitter winter months. Ersi, you're the mother. Let's start on this bill, so it when now a hunger and a thirst. Ersi, Earth Mother, bless this bread and this mead, so we may never hunger or thirst. Pour the mead, raise the cup, drink your share of wisdom deep. Strength and love now fill us up, as the elder ways we keep. Now break the bread and save some, to scatter over the earth later. Pour some mead into a cup to give to the earth. Say to yourself, may I never hunger, may I never thirst. Now as this is the time for sharing, which we call Eisteddfod, I would like to make an offering here. This is not one of mine, it's a poem simply called Spring by Christina Rossetti. Frost locked all the winter, seeds and roots and stones of roots, what shall make their sap ascend, that they may put forth shoots? Tips of tender green, leaf or blade or sheath, telling of the hidden life that breaks forth underneath, life cursed in its grave by death. Blows the thaw wind pleasantly, drips the soaking rain. By fits looks down the waking sun, young grass springs on the plain. Young leaves clothe early hedgerow trees, seeds and roots and stones of fruits, swollen with sap put forth their shoots. Cold-headed ferns sprout in the lane, birds sing and pair again. There is no time like spring, when life's alive in everything, before new nestlings sing, before cleft swallows speed their journey back along the trackless track. God guides their wings. He spreads their table that they nothing like, before the daisy grows a common flower, before the sun has power to scorch the world up in his noontide hour. There is no time like spring that passes by. There is no life like spring, life born to die, piercing the sod, clothing the uncouth clod, hatched in the nest, fledged on the windy bough, strong on the wing. There is no time, like spring that passes by, no newly born, and now hastening to die. And so now we move to the closing. May the harmony of the lands be complete. With the stang we now uncast the circle, anti-clockwise. As the circle is uncast, I offer this prayer for all. May our hearts be gentle, our minds still and open, our spirits unshackled, our awareness keen, our consciences clear, our nature giving. May we be a healing energy. May we be of benefit to all. May our lives enrich others. May we know right from wrong. And may we live in harmony with our Mother Earth and the natural world. May the blessings of our Lord and Lady be with us always. This rite and ceremony of Alban Eiler in the grove of Wight is now closed in the apparent world. May its inspiration live on within our beings. Bob bendeth that carried on. Love and every blessing of Alban Eiler. And once more, thank you so much for sharing with us. Robin Williamson.
I hope I'll see you again in another turning of the road. May the road rise before you in the meantime. May the wind be always at your back. May you be half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead. I thoroughly enjoyed playing for you tonight, so I think I'll just end off with one little tiny thing here, which goes like this. All the money ever I spend it in good company. All the harm I've ever done, I'm sure it was to none but me. And all I've done to want of goodwill, to memory now I shan't recall. Fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. All the friends I ever had, they're sorry for my going away. All the sweethearts ever I loved, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls now unto my lot that I should part and you should not, I gently rise, softly I call, good night and joy be with you all. Not many people know that song was supposedly written by John Armstrong, who was a border outlaw. It's originally called John Armstrong's Good Night. And he felt he was betrayed by the Scottish king, and that was his farewell to the world. So just sing you the last verse again. All the friends I've ever had, they're sorry for my going away. But all the sweethearts ever I loved, I'm sure they'd wish me one more day to stay. And all I've done to want a good wit to memory now I shan't recall. Oh, fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you.